Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So in this video I am going to share with you my finished graphic 45 Wizard of Oz journal. Yes, she is done. So I thought I would share with you what the finished product looks like, and then I get to basically put it on the shelf and move on to my next one. I have to tell you, I love making these journals. I do. But what am I going to do with all these journals? Right now, I'm looking over and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 journals. Handmade journals, my friends. And this one here is number 16. And I will tell you what, I do enjoy journaling. I do. But I am not a prolific journaler. I do not journal every day. But I love making journals. But right now, my love of making them is far outpacing my ability to use them. So I need to figure out what to do. But I'll figure it out. So let me share with you what the finished journal looked like. So here she is in all her glory. She's pretty good thickness. She doesn't have a closure. I will probably use ribbon is what I have been using with all of my journals up to this point. Yeah, I guess I should start experimenting with different type closures, but closures are always the last thing I think about. And by the time I actually start thinking about them, it's a little too late to really do anything elaborate, because if I really wanted to do something more elaborate in terms of a closure, it's something I really should have planned for in the beginning of the process so that I'm able to incorporate it somewhere during the process and not, later on trying to figure out, well, if I want that kind of closure, I'm going to have to do this, and I already made a cover. So point is, I need to plan a little better, but that's okay. Right now, the ribbon is working for me, but I really do have to up my game and work on a different style of closure. This is what the spine looks like. I did use a strip of fabric, lace, to just add some interest to the spine. New for me, no spine jewelry. I usually have a ring here with a charm attached. I didn't do that this time. Instead, what I did was the wax cording that I used to sew the signatures into the book. I left the cording super long and then added charms and beads to the end to dangle from the bottom of the book. Love that. I'm obviously not the creator of that idea. I've seen so many journalers here on YouTube do this, and I was very much inspired by all of them. My charms are all Wizard of Oz theme. Here we have the lion and red ruby slippers. Here we have the Scarecrow, Tin Man, Toto, the rainbow, and then I also have Dorothy. Here's Dorothy, the hot air balloon, and the little oh my god, Glenda's wand. So love the way that turned out, and I added some pink, red, blue, gold, green, and crystal type glass beads, and I thought it turned out really nice. So that's the outside of the book. Inside is very basic. This is a pocket right here. It's 3 signatures. Here's one, here's the second signature, and here's the third. center signature is almost a journal within a journal. I'll share that with you when I get there. But this is what she looks like. I didn't make any tags for this particular journal because if you've been following my Wizard of Oz journal making series, you will know this is the second Wizard of Oz journal I am making. I made another prior to this one, which is a more traditional vintage Wizard of Oz journal. And for that first one, I used an old Wizard of Oz book as the cover. For that one, I made tons of tags, and it had tons of pockets. And this one, I left a little more naked, if you will. So I do have some tuck spots here and there, but for the most part, I left her blank. I left her bare. And it's easy to build on what I have here. If I want more pockets, I'll make more pockets. Here's a little tuck spot. Like anywhere you see one of these avocado dyed index cards is a tuck spot. This is the beautiful avocado dyed paper. Here's a tuck spot. I don't have anything in there right now. I'm also toying with the idea. Here's the back of the first signature. So that's signature number 1. I'm also toying with the idea of maybe giving this one away down the road. Maybe. I'm still trying to talk myself into that one. I think I will enjoy flipping through it and just having it in my hands for now. But I'm seriously trying to convince myself that it would be nice to give this away. But again, I'm still trying to talk my way into that. So here's that center journal within the journal. I used a file folder to create this. And I used some fabric, Wizard of Oz themed fabric that I purchased from Pretty Pink Cottage. This is just a decorative flip. Doesn't really serve any purpose except pure decorative flip. Here we have a little pocket on the inside with some leftover paper that I colored using some food coloring. And this is strictly just different colored papers and my graphic 45 stamps. This is truly a like little journaling, write your little heart out type spot or collage on top of it. Here's, see, this is where I sewed in the signature, and this is what I mean. So tangled up. What I mean by leaving it long. There we go. I left the cord. I cut it super long so that I had tons left over so I can add these beads. So you have 2 strings from each signature, so that's 3 signatures, so that's 6 strings that I decorated with or embellished with beads and charms. Very pretty. Love the way it turned out. And then, see, this is one where I actually planned for a closure. And because I planned for one, it ended up with this really pretty ribbon closure that's incorporated into the book. Now, if I plan better in the future, I can start doing things like this for my journal as a whole. So I'm going to try to get better about that. This is the 3rd and final signature. And again, this is a pocket. That's a pocket. And what I did was I had the graphic 45 paper kit, and it had a sticker sheet 12 by 12 size. Oh, I think it was 12 by 12. I forget. But it came with a bunch of element stickers, and I went through the journal and added some of those stickers here and there just to embellish a little bit. These are actually cut aparts right here from the paper. Kit itself, it's in a little tuck spot. Really happy with the way this turned out. I mean, another reason why I didn't add too many pockets is because the paper is actually beautiful, and I didn't want to cover a lot of it. I wanted to be able to see most of the paper. This, to me, this book is eye candy. It really is. She is so pretty to look at. Absolutely gorgeous to look at. And so I didn't want to cover the papers with tags and pockets. I just didn't. So beautiful. And if I do decide to give her away, then whoever her new owner is, that person can do whatever they want. If they want to add the pockets, they can go ahead and do that. If they want to make tags, they can go ahead and do that and make this their very own. So those are the 3 signatures. I did add a pocket because I didn't have any pockets for the most part throughout the journal itself. I added a large pocket in the back, and that's where I stashed away all of my cutoffs and little extra tidbits that can be used down the road to further embellish the book. So that is my journal. I am super, super happy with the way that it turned out. If you have not seen any of the other videos where I share some of the process on how I made this journal, be sure to check that out. I'm sure I would have thrown up some cards along this video, up in that area somewhere throughout this video, linking you to those other process videos. But let me know what you think. If you saw both this journal and the other journal I made, let me get her. Hold on. Let me get her. Okay, so this is the other one I made. So if you saw both journals, if you haven't seen the flip through of this one, I will link it here so that you can see what this one looks like and just how different she is from this one. Let me know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the style of journal where you repurpose a cover to create the journal itself, or do you prefer a style of journal where you essentially build your own cover? And you know, the inside of the books are very, very, very different. One is very traditional in terms of the images, but still has a little bit of a graphic 45 flair to it. I did use the same stamps. And the other has just an entirely different vibe to it. I like to think one is more vintage and one is more modern. Which do you prefer? Let me know. I would appreciate your feedback. And thank you for watching. I think this concludes my Wizard of Oz journal making for now. And I will move on to my next project. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you all in the next video, my friends. Until next time. Bye-bye.